Okay. We should be good now. Should be back. Should be good. What's the music? I can't even hear it, so that's all you. That's all you. I don't know what's going on with it, but if there's something wrong with it, I'll change it. There you go. Okay, cool. Is it stream? I don't even know if it was displaying 1440p before, to be completely honest with you. But it shouldn't be doing that anymore. 1080p source. Okay, ASR. Do let me know if it's us bugging out again. Cool. I think it's messed up my YouTube stream. Yeah, give me a second. ASR. You guys have no idea. I don't know what's going on right now, man. I don't know what's going on. Right, let me edit this again. They booked me a hotel. Well, for the thing that you're making progress on the bill. Nice one. Bro said they booked you a hotel. That's crazy. That is sick, man. We love the royalty treatment. Hopefully it's a nice one. Now, bro, listen, if they're investing, if they're willing to invest, come on, bro. Like it's a good sign, isn't it? It's a good sign, man. Okay. I believe now we're back. Well, we've been back, but I can get started again. Restreaming our posts and Nightbot messages. Yeah, it's just bro. I don't think you understand, G, how much has been. One thing after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Okay, it's not that. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know why he's doing that, bro. I'm just gonna play the game. It is what it is. I'll sort it out. I'll sort it out later on. Cool. This is tweaking out. This is bugging out. Hello? Hello? You know what I'm not going to say it's funny because it's not a funny thing. I'll call it interesting. You know what the interesting thing is? Is that allegedly, we had the wrong build. So all the scenarios are basically recorded on the wrong build. But I didn't bump into any major issues. The only issue I had really that I noticed was on one scenario out of the 5, the guard stopped buzzing. Or it would buzz intermittently. So sometimes I'd close the door, there'd be a buzzer. Sometimes I'd close the door, there wouldn't be a buzzer. Nothing too deep. And then just before I started streaming, not long before that, there was a game update that I assume brought the game to the correct build, and straight away I found a new bug. I don't know, man. I don't know. Simran, best narrative story. Why would you do that, ASR? Where's the logic in that? When you say Rumble, you mean PS4, but I don't know. It wasn't specified. It wasn't specified, so I can't agree or disagree. Hello again, Glenn. Thank you for joining again. The only thing JT needs to do now, yeah, is just say it so that safety systems are on by default. Where are we headed to? Trebert. Excuse me. What is Trebert even about, man? I also wish there was a keybind. I don't know, maybe there is, but I wouldn't know about it. But a keybind for the destination blind. I think that would help. Thank you, Felix, for liking the live. Appreciate you. Nominate Simran slowest development. See, that would be more logical. What do you mean, narrative story? I mean, it's just a different level of glazing, man. People can read that. People would be able to read that. Just use a bit of sense, isn't it? What's the key you want to switch cab? Well, if you're, well, I'm on PC, so I use my keyboard, Felix. The buzzer was not like that. That seems like a more realistic buzzer. I like that. The buzzer before was like very, like it was a default one that we had before, and that was like a quick, which I think you'd be more likely to hear in reality. Felix, on keyboard, control and minus or control and plus to go either way. I don't believe there's a controller equivalent for that, unfortunately. No worries. No, ASR, I want you to explain yourself, man. What do you mean, Simro, best narrative story? Talk to me. Explain that one to me, man. That one, you can't just like say that and then just, you know, just leave it. That one needs an explanation, man. Also, I'm liking the timetable. I haven't got the exact number in my mind right now of the service count. But even throughout the scenarios, I was quite... okay, I'm not going to say impressed necessarily, but I was content with the amount of AI that I was seeing. Although, with scenarios being scenarios, it very well could be a thing of, you know, the developers set a particular... maybe a particularly high number of AI services, so I guess we'll find out for real within these runs. Although so far so good. Cardiff Central had I think another pacer. I think there was a 150 there as well as a Voyager. A decent bit of variety. But I've seen the 166 about, I've seen the Voyager obviously about, I've seen the HST about in scenarios, obviously the 153s and the 150s, other pacers. It's been busy. It's been busy. Just trolling. I don't. When it comes to you and Simro, I don't know, bro. I can never say for sure. More services than Cargo Line Volume 5? Absolutely. Although, I mean, come on, bro. You're comparing like a passenger timetable to nuclear freight. I think if that wasn't the case, something would be wrong. Something would be very wrong. Other than that, I've been quite happy with the to clear AWS or DVD or DSD on the controller. It's been pretty very like reactive. On some trains, there's a delay between you pressing the button on a controller and then the game reading that you've pressed the button, and then on keyboard it will be instant. Whereas over here, it seems instant regardless of what method you use. Queen Street to Central Core is very busy. I mean, even on like away from Queen Street and Central, Simon, it's been pretty okay. The depots, I haven't seen the depot quiet. It's constantly busy, and I'm glad to see it because obviously, again, I've only been doing scenarios, so this is the first time seeing it in a timetable run, and just the run that I did before this one where we came out of the depot, it seemed nice and busy. As much as there was only Pacers, there was still quite a handful. And to be fair, I do like the fact that we took the train out of the depot. Even I can't do it that quickly. I think I would have preferred like take it out of the depot and go on the run. There's no need to like make taking the train out of the depot a single service. That's not really a service. I mean, you know, let's call it spade a spade. I know we have various services in the game on other routes where you take a train to the depot and they're all like 2-3 minute runs. But I feel like where this has its service continues, I think I would have preferred to see that all in one go. That was a stutter. How is it now, ASR, by the way, generally speaking? The stream, is it okay? I think it's 12 trains per hour, Queen Street Central. Well, on this timetable, Simon, or in reality? This period probably only has shuttles to Cardiff Bay, so that means more through trains to Central. Interesting. I wonder whether that was taken into consideration as well as the, obviously, transition period. Also, I find it does suck, and it is a little bit weird that the 153s and the 150s in Transport for Wales livery don't sub into other routes where they would fit, like where it would make sense. I find that a little bit odd and quite a shame, actually. Why would you, in 2025, in TSW 6, why would we have the potential? Oh my god, hello. Why would you do that? Why have you just collapsed? Why has my thing just collapsed? What are we doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me sort this out real quick. Otherwise, it's going to keep bugging out on me. Right, my man, what are we doing here? All right, hopefully that's cool. There we go. Looks fine, thank you, bro. IRL and this timetable, I would have thought. Okay, I guess it's because there's often times between the depot run and the service starting. Okay, fair point. I don't trust this. That's a fair point. Although, I should have noted when we pulled in to Cardiff Central. To be fair, ultimately, it's not a big issue. And maybe a little bit nitpicky, but I think we're allowed to nitpick. Why are we a minute late already? Cool, we've got the rain and no clouds thing going on. This mod usually doesn't disappoint. Clear to light drizzle. Hmm. Understood. If you say so. Thank you, Play OBP, for the follow. Appreciate you. Speaking of which, Expert 101 service. Expert 101 services need more than a minute to set up. I don't even remember what the setup time is, but I guess, yeah, if it is a minute, that's ridiculous. It takes me a minute just to do the calculations on the on that website that I linked the other time. That was a start. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Also, the depot run and service on a different train numbers, maybe they have to. I don't know. Well, we departed. It was 6 something. I'm certain. We departed from the same platform that we took the train to, and it's like they're right. It's like one after the other in the journey mode chapter. So I think like it would make sense for them to be like continuous. Which, generally speaking, for a journey mode, I think makes complete sense. I also have been forgetting to do the announcements. There are proper announcements on here. You know, it's bad when something gets me to download TSC again. Well, what is that, Nabil? What's got you downloading TSC? Generally, I think there's too many broken up servers TSW though. Well, to be fair, I think I agree, and I think I made it a point in one of my recent videos regarding the nuclear. That was a starter. The nuclear pack, the nuclear cargo pack, where they like severely. Was it that one? Maybe it was that. Maybe it was something before the Santa Fe. Sorry, it was the Santa Fe DLC. For the Santa Fe DLC, they just bloated the numbers because all the timetable servers, they were just part 1, part 2, part 3, part 1, part 2, part 3. So for every 3 services, it was really just 1. Now, on one hand, I understand for something like that because when we're talking 2.5 hours runtime, yeah, it is respectful to people who may not have that time with the save game being in the state that it is, to be able to complete a full run and not having at the same time to dedicate the entire time to it in one sitting. But on the other hand, from a business perspective, and high iron simulations are a business ultimately, it sounds very good to say, hey, we've got, hypothetically speaking, 600 services whereby you really only have 300. If that. In this particular case, it would be 200. So, yeah, I think we have been seeing more and more sort of bloating of timetables in recent times.
The next station stop is Banda.
Again, where it makes sense, I don't mind. But when it starts looking a little bit suspicious, I think it's only fair that questions are raised. Oh yeah, no, well technically Simon, by triple, because many, I don't know if it was all of them, I'll be honest, I can't say whether it was all of them, but at least many of them, and I'm happy to take a look at it now if you want, at least many of them were 3-parters. So realistically, let's say hypothetically speaking, all of them were 3-parters, then whatever number that they stated for the service as a service number, it's in reality a third of that, which is a huge difference no matter what numbers we're talking about. Apparently, Nabil, a genuine Welsh announcer was how it was described, I think, on the article. So it's meant to be legit. Also, I can't confirm yet. However, when I was running a scenario earlier, that's unfortunately not going to go up. It's the last one, and it's probably, I want to say, the best one. It had a story to it. I think it would have done well. Unfortunately, the video, for some reason, the raw video file Premiere Pro can't render. although the raw video file is fine, it plays fine, it's not corrupted itself. But that's just one in a million things that's been going wrong over the last week or so. But during that scenario, I was waiting for a train. You start off waiting for the train to come that you're going to be driving. So you're stood on the platform. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. You're stood waiting for the train on the platform. And so as I was waiting for the train, I was sort of just looking around, and there was a HST on the adjacent platform that was stood, and I was just sort of looking around and taking in, I don't know, the sights, and I noticed that on the HST, on the lead car, there was a texture that was blurred, and I've never ever seen that on PC. That's my first time ever seeing blurred textures on PC. So I don't know whether that was just a particular thing with the HST itself. I don't know whether that was an issue with this particular route. But I was a little bit concerned because I'm pretty sure there was then something else that was a little bit blurry. And again, I've never encountered that issue on PC. Never. And I know some people on PC actually do experience that, but I never have. So it's a little bit concerning, in all honesty. Right, hopefully that's fine now. Take it up just a notch. Right, if it does that one more time though, I might just have to continue with no camera. A genuine Welsh answer from 11. My impression is these routes aren't very busy. Well, I've been reading the article that was posted in relation to the release, and I know a lot of people aren't very happy just because this route is like quite short in relative to where it actually goes in reality, and relative to the potential that it had even in the game to where it could have gone. Personally, and I was saying this from the beginning, this route I actually never really had an issue with in terms of liking it. I actually enjoyed it, and even on release there were a whole lot of complaints about it, but I genuinely just enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of cute. Just did what it needed to. So I think ultimately, if you don't like this route, you don't like this route. I don't know if this pack has that much appeal that it's going to convert someone to buying this route, especially because the trains don't layer anywhere else. I really hope that changes at some point, but it's a shame that, yeah, it's a shame that there's no layering for the trains. I think that would be a reason, even for someone who doesn't like this route, to buy the DLC. I think it would have been a no-brainer, man. Obviously, I don't know what's going on in the background in terms of logistics, but I think it would have made perfect sense. This would have happened in TCM. To be fair, it hasn't happened in TCM, I don't think. So you're not wrong. It's not real voice. I honestly don't know. Dovetail have made it seem so in the article, but I haven't got proof either way. Okay, whenever you're like not sitting in the driver's seat or you're not driving the train, the bother just seems to just tweak out. But yeah, let me quickly go to the Santa Fe stuff and then show you what I was talking about. Oh, I already sent a message before. Oh, sorry, my apologies. I know if I just can't prove it yet. Hello, Ashley. Thank you very much for liking the live. Welcome. Yeah, the buzzer's definitely bugged. The buzzer is definitely bugged. It was Cowan Pass. 1990. So yeah, if I go to it's either one of these locos. There you go. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Like all of them. Okay, all of them I think are 3-parters. All of them are 3-parters. So realistically, where it says, 62 services, realistically, uh, it's about 20. Realistically. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with the SD40. Okay, no, so you've got some legit ones here, these pickups. Other than that, though, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 1, part 2, even a part 4. And again, it helps people who don't have the time to sit through a 2.5 hour run. But boy, oh boy, you know, boy, oh boy. You know, if someone picks that up thinking, oh man, wow, sick, you know, oh, so many services. 60 like classic old school services on current pass, which isn't a big number in itself, but for that particular thing, it's quite decent. And then just like it's not really. Yeah, I don't know. I think each of their own on how, you know, how people will judge that, see that. I feel like there's really not much point setting these things for like short runs. But for the sake of realism and immersion. That's good to hear, Ashley. I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, Simon, when it comes to especially US freight routes, I think the community is very split. But it just comes down to preference, you know, ultimately. I think... I don't know how... Also, why is the guard's buzzer louder than when I ring the buzzer? Anyway, I think generally speaking, and I don't know this, but, you know, I'll speculate somewhat confidently. I think that the minority player base are US fans, although there's still a lot of US fans that do play the game. And so there would probably be like more noise if there was a lack of like UK or German content the way there is US freight. But I think US railroading is still so important to like the world of railways, so you have to give it its respect and I guess honor as well. And although US freight isn't my number one choice in terms of preference, I actually would like to see more in the game. Do you know if Season of Reveals 2 will have a big reveal like the last one? I don't know yet, no. It was briefly spoken about in the Discord, in the Ambassador Discord. I actually don't remember what was said, but I remember that not too much was revealed. Not too much was revealed. Certainly not what will actually be revealed. But it was more about the style of it. But I barely remember that conversation. Why did we forget about Oakville Subdivision? I'm not gonna lie, like, that came out way before I started playing, I think. So it was never during my TSW lifetime. Nothing was done with it, aside from the mods, the timetable mod that brought in, like, passenger services. Nothing was done with it from a first party perspective. So, I mean, it's not really a surprise that it would be forgotten, unfortunately. From what I've heard, whenever I've seen people speak about it, which hasn't been the case in like 3 or 4 years at this point, it actually wasn't bad. Aside from, I think, certain tracks not being accessible the way they should have been, it apparently really wasn't bad. It's a shame that this add-on has no mix between the turquoise DMUs and the original white ones. There must have been a transitional period and it would have meant more variety. I thought this was a transitional period, no? And transitional liveries. There's no majority player base. Well, in terms of like country, I think there is. I think absolutely there is. You're saying that there's a possibility, or even you're saying for certain that it's possible that in terms of like German fans or UK fans, it's possible that there's the exact same number. Nah, there's going to be a majority. In terms of like country player base. Don't mind US freight routes existing. People clearly love them. Different add-ons for different people. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Jesus Christ, the amount of times I keep turning this tracking on and it will off and it will turn itself on. UK player base is probably around 30% on par with Germany, so there's no... Yeah, but see, you're talking probabilities, and realistically, the likelihood is going to be low that they're going to be the same. Could they be not too far from each other, not too different? Maybe. But there is a majority. There 100% is a majority. I say that with confidence. There's a season reveals too, according to ASR. Issue of US phrase that they made of very low quality. That's one. At least according to Dovetail, there's the issue of like licensing and the railway companies not really willing to play ball too tough. There's an almost freight only route in Germany that suggested one, so people it's really busy. I've seen similar suggestions for the UK, for like a UK freight focused route as well. So it's definitely like something that many people are interested in. Was leaking the ambassador Discord, right? By saying I don't remember what was discussed. 9 so sure the UK is not at least 50%. Majority doesn't. The majority can't be 50% ASR because we're not talking two countries. The majority could be 25%. The majority could be 20%. Either way, there's a majority. Hey, hello, Twitch CP. A majority requires at least 50%. No, it doesn't. Not when you're talking about more than two entities. Season 1. Yeah, relative majority. Oh, yeah, relative to what we're talking about. You get less freight only routes in Europe because passenger roads obviously much bigger. Yes, yeah. I mean, I said this in one of my recent videos. Like, I'm still surprised by the fact that in the US, and again, I understand that it makes sense. I understand why, but it still is a shock to me that in the US railways, freight takes priority over passenger services. If an absolute majority is 50%, then yes, not an absolute majority. Yeah. They built a freight-only core line in the Netherlands about 20 years ago. Oh, that would have been nice to bring into the game. Like, I think we can agree, people want that. The last one received a positive response, although it wasn't, wasn't the best route you've ever seen in the game. Hello, David. How did I get early access? I'm an ambassador. Didn't argue the next generation will never win. Oh, I've learned that already, bro. DCG abandoned their routes. What were DCG's routes, ASR?
We will shortly be arriving at A's.
CSX Heavy Haul was the first CSW route, US freight. Oh, is that what you're referring to? I don't think I wasn't really following everything hardcore then. Like I was aware of that release, but I wasn't really following it too tough. So, like, did they make a point that they were only focusing on US freight? I highly doubt it. Like, yeah, a US freight route so happened to be there first, but I'd be very surprised actually Like that was their vision, to only or mainly release US freight routes. I want to say they abandoned it though. Like we've got obviously the in terms of comparing how many US freight services we've got to global in-game, global passenger DLCs, and yeah, obviously they don't come close. But we've got like a good handful, I think. For us being in TSW 6, I think not enough. But we have a decent handful of US freight routes. Like, wasn't it that up to TSW? Did we get one in TSW 4? Was it did we get the last one in TSW 4 or was it TSW 3? Was it Calhoun Pass? I'd like the next Dutch route to be a passenger, to be honest, get a better Dutch passenger route. To be fair, Simon, that would make the most sense, but I'm talking like relative to right now where we have got nothing. Like a Dutch freight route would be better than nothing. Like I haven't been put off by Dutch content at all. There's no US freight route made by DJs since CSW 3, okay. Not at the moment, CP. I'm waiting for Jetwash to update his mod. So right now, no. Apart from the minor reskin of US freight. Yeah, I don't think we can. I don't think I don't think it would be sensible to rely on Dovetail for US freight. And to be fair, they've given their explanation as to why. But High Iron Simulations are coming with one. What that is, obviously we don't know. There was that teaser at the end of the article. I think it was the last article about the Santa Fe DLC. Where they teased. Did they tease the loco as well? They teased they teased the route, and they teased something else. I don't know what the something else was. They have a reputation. Who? High Iron Simulations, ASR. Yeah, CP. I personally enjoy it. I enjoyed it when it first came. I actually didn't really have many complaints about it. But many people do, and to be fair, they all seem like quite valid complaints. Mostly relating to route length. And it could just be the fact that I don't know this line personally. That's like the reason why I was pretty happy with it. But yeah, man, if you like it, and you know, ultimately you're buying it for yourself, then go for it, man. Also, I'm sorry if, like, the stream's starting a bit late. I actually did want to start it at, let's say, maybe 3 o'clock, roughly. 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. But the last scenario that I wanted to upload, it took an hour to render, and then it would error out at the very end. Like, if I show you at what point it would error out, you'll think that I'm joking. So that's like the last... That's the very end of the video. That's the very end of basically like the video on Premiere Pro. And then there's another one for it. Like, it would be, you can't really see the blue line, but it's at the very, very, very end. And it would take an hour to get there, and I did that 4 times. So 4 hours today, just today alone. I've spent 4 hours of today waiting for it to render, just for it to crash. Not even crash, it would just give me an error. So yeah, that's been one of the many things I've been contending with. The loco they just released is questionable. What loco did they just release, ASR? Can't find the TSC thread on the forum. Which... Oh, I think it's Gondabil. I had it bookmarked, so I'll try and find it for you. But yeah, I know it definitely got locked. Santa Fe pack. They didn't release a new loco. They they made some changes to, I think, both the SD40 and the was it the AC 4400? Or I don't remember what the other one was. They made changes to them, but there wasn't like a new loco. I don't think. They're doing way too much. Yeah, I agree, bro. I don't really know why. Sick and tired of these pink baseball caps, man. It's questionable quality. Well, I think it was an error that they like. So they made changes to parts and left other parts, and I think you either go the whole way or you don't with things like that. Like if you've gone through the process of putting in some work in to make some changes to make the locos more appropriate to the era, cool, that's good. But why not go the whole way? Why not make the relevant changes to the cabs as well? If nothing was changed inside the cabs. Well, like yeah, they added like the EOTD counter, I think it was, but it was non-functional. Like what's the point, you know? I don't really see the point in doing a half-hearted job. Santa Fe logo in the front floating. Oh yeah, I heard someone on the forum mention that. I didn't notice it myself, but yeah, you're the second person I've seen to mention that texturing is low quality. I didn't pay too much attention to like the quality of the textures themselves. Probably something I should have done. Like from a distance, it looks fine, but I don't know obviously once you go closer, or what then happens. The old CSX texturing is better quality than the Santa Fe one. Fair enough. I mean, like I said, I didn't take a close look, and I definitely didn't make any comparison. So if you have done that yourself, then I can only take your word for it, or if you've seen evidence. Nabil, I'm curious about you. I'm curious about you, Nabil. Because I haven't said anything yet, but I know you've seen some stuff on social media, isn't it? I know you see some stuff on Instagram that probably had you curious. Yeah, isn't that what normally happens though, ASR? Like, it's nothing new, right? Like, it happened with TSW5 as well. TSW4, I don't remember that far back. Got a cheeky realtor. You're curious about me, is it? Uncouple? What? Hold on a second. We uncoupling now? Okay. Oh, you gotta go inside the cab for these ones, isn't it? It's not just a clicker. It's not just a click. Do I have to like shut down this cab and then... I think to be safe, I'll do that. I'm gonna put an announcement later on in the Discord, Nabil. But I'm just it was funny because like I know that you've seen the stories. And you're just quiet. Right. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go through any uncoupling tutorials or coupling tutorials. So I don't actually know how to uncouple. I'm holding it. Okay. Oh, it's manual. Manual coupling. Okay. My bad then. I find it so funny that you're just like just saying nothing. I alluded to something anyway, on one of the streams last week. I say one of the streams like I don't do one stream a week. Okay, I believe they're uncoupled now, right? An uncoupling has taken place. Again, there was no tutorial about this, so I'm winging it. Do I now have to press the button? I mean, it definitely looked like they uncoupled. So, not quite sure what the situation is here. If I try and move, if I try and inch forwards. Yeah, tell me in the bill. Let me know. I feel like you're gonna regret that, man. Hello, Omar. There's an announcement on Wednesday based on a preview stream. What do you think could be announced this Wednesday? I reckon it could be about the 805. I think that would make sense. I don't remember what the time frame was for that release though. But I think it would make like what else is meant to be coming so close? It has to be that, right? Something's wrong. I took the reverse is off on the other end, right? The other end of this loco. I feel like this really shouldn't be difficult. I can't imagine that. Like, it seems either you do it via the button or you do it manually. Like, I can't imagine that I'm in the wrong here. Although I absolutely could be. Okay, he's doing that thing again. This is very bugged. And the irony is that this is the correct build. Although I had none of these issues in the wrong build. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what's for me at this point. I've done it manually. I've tried to do it like I uncoupled it this way. I uncoupled it, and something had taken place. I've tried to do it via the button. Do I have to try and do it from the other cab as well? Did I not? Do I have to hold it for like a long time? I really don't know. Use God mode. Oh, I'm going to eventually. I'm going to eventually. Okay, holding it for many seconds didn't do anything. If I just press it once, nothing either. Okay, I'm just gonna end it with God mode, so I don't have to do it again. But yeah, clearly it's obviously bugged. There's another irony to this as well. You know what? I need to get back to that mentality. I used to do a lot of backing up because, well, I lost a lot of stuff. I learned the hard way, and I think I've just gotten comfortable. And but I don't know. I don't have. There's not too much that I have now that like needs backing up. To be completely honest, but it's still not like it should be an automatic thing in my mind. That's like, okay, should I back this up or not? But I don't even make that decision. TSW survey. When does it usually come? Isn't it February? ASR. Ultimately, I can't confirm that was a bug. Again, I don't know how to do the coupling and uncoupling procedure. But going off logic, I think it should have taken place through my actions. But I don't know for sure, so take it with a pinch of salt. Quite a lot of OMSI mods got removed, but only have them because it's backed up on my end. And I guess similar with ETS2 as well. I don't know if you have them backed up, but you know, mods can just vanish for that as well. During TSW5 is the 28th of November. Really? I thought it was like New Year. Portuguese route to be released in March 2026. Has that been confirmed, CP? If so, where? TSW4 survey was in... Oh, okay, so it can vary quite wildly. TSW3 was December. Yeah, okay, so there's not really any rhyme or reason to it. This livery is nice, man. I mean, obviously, you know, most of the color, I think the pattern's quite basic. Oh, yeah, it's a really nice color, I think. At first, I was really impressed because from this angle, that like texture issue, from a specific angle, it looked like heat waves, and I was like, "Oh, sick! Like they've got like heat waves from the exhaust." But no, didn't do the destination. Everything pisses you off in the bill. Everything. TfW 2020 surveys in December. How have you just got this information on deck ASR? There should be a survey about when the It would be nice if they like publicly release the survey data so that we know like what's really going on, because they can just say, oh, you guys voted for this, you guys voted for that, with no real evidence that we actually did. Like no one's gonna be exposed, you know. You don't have to say, oh, so and so voted for this and so voted. You don't have to do that. You just say, oh, 20% of people that did the survey voted for this, 40% of people that voted wanted this. To be fair, they kind of done it with the Dovetail Direct, the last one. I'm gonna hop on the crew at some point in the bill because I need to do the summit, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Why, man? Why? I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do the to do any grand races though. It was the announcements on Birmingham crew. It was the announcements on Birmingham to crew, and is the buzzer on this one. What? What are you saying, Nabil? I just searched in the TFC Discord survey. Okay. Need a dope strip as an emote. Well, bro, I added the other one and no one's used it, and it was you that it was for, and there hasn't really been a situation where you could have used it. And even the Dokes one, it's only you that's gonna use it, if you even do use it. Thank you, ASR. Great. Thank you, man. Nice. I think that's the first time you've used it, Nabil. Where's clouds? Here and there, ASR. They're here and there. The ride on these paces are so bad and it's throwing your camera. Full immersion. Absolute, total immersion. I like you, Simon. You got an optimistic view on things. Other than the mismatched buzzer volume between the guard and yourself, You know that demonetizes the entire stream. God damn it, what was I gonna say, man? I forgot what I was gonna say. You made me forget. I started. What was the sentence I just said? It's echoing. Good. I should let it echo. That should be your punishment for demonetizing me. Okay, it shouldn't echo anymore. Shouldn't echo. I had a friend called Echo when I was in secondary. Cool kid. Yeah, Nabil, it is what it is, bro. But realistically, my guy, when it's like, you know, an average of like 5 people in the stream, it's not really like, there's not really like a vibe, you know, to like muck around with emotes and stuff. Once the numbers grow, then maybe they'll be used more often. Like before, the most used to get a lot more. Not these new ones, the old ones I had of my face. They used to get used a lot when there was like a lot of people like watching the streams. But then when that number dropped, even those emotes weren't being used much. So I think it just depends on that. ASR, I don't even know, bro. I've actually uninstalled it. Not because I don't want to play it. I actually had fun with it. But it's just nowhere near like a priority game for me. Like, bro, I really want to. I really want to do sim racing. I haven't touched LMUs in over a month now, I think. Let alone something further down the line, you know. First time the summer has been used. Oh wait, is it still echoing? I think it's still echoing, isn't it? I think I turned off the wrong one. Well, I didn't turn off the wrong one. I also needed to turn that one off. Okay, wait, that one is channel points redemption. Oh wait, sound alerts. Sound alerts. Wait, sound alerts is muted. I don't know where it would be then, you know. Wait, hold on. Can you like redeem something again? Anybody? Any one of those ones? So I can see what source turns on. I would also love to do the announcement right now, but my mouse is on my other PC.
Now, a real burning question from the game of 567 in our community is, will there be multiplayer?
There absolutely will be multiplayer in Trent.
Interesting.
Of course, things have been going too well, haven't they?
Nothing changed. Like, I've got my active sources up, and nothing like got added on. I need to try and big brain this. Why? Desktop audio, which is what's causing it in the first place, but desktop audio is just audio from my streaming PC. Droid cam is my camera, which obviously has no audio, although I'm gonna mute it anyway because it's still taking up some tracks. And then microphone / AUX, which is, well, my microphone. And then video capture device, which is my gaming PC. Ah. Okay, that could be it, actually. I don't know why scenes have their own audio. It doesn't really make sense. Could it be stream elements? Could it be Twitch alerts? Okay, like I've turned off all the logical ones that it could be. Oh goodness me. I had actually figured it out before because it used to happen before. Then it stopped. This is not where I want to be. Yo, believe it or not, I actually don't want to log my ride. Holy moly. I did see the coach's blog, yeah. Good stuff. Pretty basic though. Like we would, you know, I would have hoped that the passengers would have been kind of like they judge you, right? If you do something wrong, then you get like a low rating and stuff like that. So I think what I'm really waiting on is to see it in practice, to actually see gameplay, to see gameplay of that in action, basically. The bill was so cringe. There's a pickup from Barcelona station. Yeah, well, I saw Barcelona. But I mean, the coach, a lot of the coach stops are already in place. They're already on the map. Some of them are appearing for each update. Bro, you keep saying this. I told you last time. You can go to like early DLCs and you will find stops there, bro. From the time that they first announced it in, what was it, 2015, 2016? From then, they started appearing in the game. Nabil, would you believe, yeah, that my marriage started with this? The relationship started with this. That used to be our greeting. Don't judge it. Don't judge it, bro. People already playing Nordic Horizons early access. I thought SES don't do the whole influencer ambassador early access thing. Only them. Like only they will do it. Because they released gameplay recently. It's like two gameplays, no? They do, really. I've never seen gameplay that's not from them, like early access gameplay. Fair enough. It's Passion 20. Nah, bro, you just have to have sauce, bro. You just have to have sauce, man. I think last update added to Helsinki's coach stop. Yeah, well, they're definitely been added to the newer ones, of course. But they've been doing it for like 10 years now. And I know, because not only do I just see them around, but I see them and I was always feeling like pain, that raw, like, you know, what a tragedy. Like, this, it's here, right? The bus stops are here, like they're right in front of me, but there's no buses, there's no coaches. So, you know, all them years of pain finally paid off. Unless YouTube and Twitch are showing me. I mean, could it be that it's like an SES employee? But usually they do them on their own channels, like the actual SES channels, isn't it? Like SES HQ's mainframe for the codes. They aren't devs. Then I guess SES do the early access thing. But I've never seen it. I've never seen it personally. Love to see links on the forum not down and stuff after years. That's a rarity, bro. That's a rarity. Just influencers influence people's money. SCS don't need influencers. Like, they're at that point where they really don't need that. People will buy their stuff regardless. Because they have proven themselves, you know? They've rightfully earned it. They've earned trust. And the whole provider is down. At that point, that's just bad luck, man. There's not really a stop marker here, is there? There's one at the end of the platform. Did I miss one before then? Unless they haven't put the stop marker. But yeah, there's no stop marker here. There's only an S board. Oh, hello. That's not 60 FPS. 49. Is it because of the smoke? Yeah. Which is interesting because I can go right up to the exhaust pipe here. And my frame won't really drop. Yeah, it's just chilling at 60. So why was it with that train there was a frame drop? Or is it from a distance? No, 58, 59, 60. It's a weird one. And it's a pacer as well. There's a few audio issues. I don't know if they did give us the correct builds in the update. What do we have going on here? Oh, hello. IET action. Nah, but it's pissing me off, man. I don't know why the setting has changed. That somehow has now allowed it to show up as like a person. It's not funny, to be honest, but all one can do is laugh. Oh wait, did I not do the destination? Oh no. So I remembered it for all like the 5-minute services. Let's come to this one. I've just been going as blank. Ha! Bro's beefing AI already, bro. Already. I want to get that AI robot thing. That's just been causing chaos on social media. I don't really know for what purpose, because it doesn't really serve a purpose. I think it would just be entertaining. That was... A text just took a minute to load there. You know it's bad when there's texture issues on PC. On this system. Ooh, 66. There's a lot going on here right now. Jesus Christ. Performance is not great. But it was flawless throughout all the scenarios that I did. Absolutely flawless. Detroit Become Human. What a reality, man. That was a game I wish I played. It's like once I watched just a playthrough of it, there was literally no point. I think maybe I watched it immaturely, but it was during a time when I wasn't able to just buy games whenever and however. So I think for the time it made sense, but in hindsight and looking back, I think I would have rather have played it myself. Yo, Els. Only reason I know you're alive because I was about to go on Discord to cuss you out, not. So that means that you haven't got your notifications on, bro. That sounds like a you problem, I'm not gonna lie. Sounds like you're doing man a little bit dirty, bro. Why are your notifications not on? Playthrough can have different ways and endings. Is it? I don't even remember that, Nabil. But the main course, you know, the main meal of the game is similar, right? Or the same, even. What is going on here? Are these texture issues or just like buried rail or what? It's like texture issues. I didn't notice this before. I think they've given us a bit of a... I don't know whether the build is broken, whether it's the wrong build, whether it hasn't really been QA'd properly. But this build seems to have a lot more issues than the previous build I was playing on. Doesn't really make sense. I can't speak about the coupling, but the guard buzzer, the volume issue, and the issue where it just spams, that's new. I didn't deal with that once, playing through hours and hours of this DLC. Never noticed that texture issue before. Never had any frame drops. So it does seem to me almost like they've given us the wrong build that was meant to be the right one. If that makes sense. And if this is the release build, people are going to be upset. And rightly so, because there's a lot of issues. It's just that it's ironic that they went there in the wrong build. Anyway, I'll feed that back. I'll do my part. But that's all I can do. You haven't been on your PC today. Right, you've neglected your love. Your true love. Your passion. You ain't been flying. You can have totally different endings depending on your interaction. Depending on your interactions throughout the game, Nabil. Because I know there's that part where, like, when you get, like, thrown away or something, right? And then I know it gets kind of violent from there. So is it from that part on? Is it from near the end? Is it from, like, throughout the entire game that your decisions impact the ending? Like, from what point? From what point? River Games moment. I'm not sure, ASR. I'm not sure. It would make sense, right? Because it's a texture issue, which is like a core root issue. But why did I not notice that before? I've ran this branch, so why didn't I notice that before? Oh, the entire game. Have I got another trim? I have, bro. Well, I got it like last week, I think. So I don't know. Yeah, I know from the start, that first mission. Yeah, I know that one. I don't know. I guess I like the fact that I don't remember everything that happened. Like, if there's enough reasons there for me to play it myself, but I'm not even playing GTA 4 at the moment, man. I finished the main story, and now I'm on the the first DLC, the biker one. It just feels dead, though, man. Like, I haven't touched that game in about 2 weeks. The trip is worth it. Let's go, bro. They saw you step in, they were like, raw. You gotta put some respect on this guy's name. Where's the train sounds gone? They were there, and then I went to notch 7, and then it just went silent. Yeah, this is a very buggy build. I hope this is not the release build. I really hope this is not the release build. The person only got it because of the trim. Thank you, Train Spotter, for liking the live. I was a full-time racer. Oh, yeah, hey! So, what have you been playing, Els? Have you been sim racing? I need to buck you on No Hezzy, bro. I need to smoke you over there. You're not ready for cutting up. You're not ready for the Nürburgring. You're not ready for the Nordschleifer. You're not ready for anything, bro. I'll smoke you, bro. No, but ASR, the thing is, bro, is that it was fine. Like, I keep saying, a lot of these, I haven't seen any of these bugs. There was one that I mentioned, I don't even remember it now. But I think it was minor. But all of these, everything I've seen today is new. So it's like they have a build that's not this bad. Do you get it? I just don't understand why we've been given this today. And Nabil, this guy, hey, Nabil, talk to your bro, man. Talk to your guy, man. You don't know about cutting up. You don't know about cutting up. You don't know about any of that. But say less. Say less. I'll give you a time. I'll give you a date. I'll give you a location, bro. Say no more. Have you got content manager for a Assetto Corsa? Nabil, he don't know. He don't know. He doesn't know, and he's fully confident. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. Hey, what's the date and the time? I'll give it to him. Don't worry. I'll sort him out. Alright, if you're active tonight, Els. If you're active tonight, bro. Let's say like, I can't even give you a proper time yet. Let's just say tomorrow then. Tomorrow afternoon or something. Versus, I don't want to hear excuses, bro. Reinstall it. Reinstall it, bro. And get Content Manager. Because that's where it goes down, bro. And get your hands on LMU as well. So I can smoke you on that too. As a matter of fact, you pick the game. You pick the game. You pick. I'll smoke. Well, Assetto Corsa is the most fun. Assetto Corsa with Content Manager is the most fun. LMU is my sim racing go-to. Assetto Corsa Competizione. Oh yeah, the build ACC, by the way, it's done in terms of updates. I think either it's gonna have one more, and it's not even gonna be like good, or I think they're done. So, with the issue it's having, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to ACC. So it's LMU, at the very least, just LMU for now, and then we'll see moving forward how we go. Oh, fully confident, bro. Fully confident, bro. There was that time, yeah. Listen. I'll never forget this stream when the Bill started piping up, Hank started piping up, and I was like, "Cool, let's go, let's race," and they both got smoked. I'm about it, bro.
We will shortly be arriving at Penarth, where this service ends.
I'd say if you're like, you know what, get LMU on Steam, buy like just the basic version, so you're not splashing out. You know. Have a go. The thing is, oh man, I don't know if 2 hours is enough, man. Like, it's a good game. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good game. But obviously, it's not no Need for Speed. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't come around and just like put your foot down flat and then expect everything to go like to be nice. Look at the build. And I'm saying less, bro. The thing is, realistically, I can't judge you yet. But I'm confident. You get it? You could smoke me, bro. You could smoke me. You could smoke the build. You could smoke anyone. I don't know that. But I'm confident enough to say, like, you know, let's have at it. ASR, I think the voice is subjective. I personally don't really have an issue with it. But you and the build, you and the build seem to. So, I don't know, man. You got to sort that out on your own, innit, really. There was a truck and an arcade driver. Listen, I'll testify on his behalf, bro. The brother can drive, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He surprised me. He surprised me. He surprised me on No Hesi. He surprised me on like Motorfest, which is obviously like an arcade game, but still, he surprised me on that. Like, I never took Nabil as a car guy. He's always like talking about like, I'm talking from like a couple of years back, trains and planes. And then one time he mentioned like racing or whatever, and I was like, I'm ahead of thinking, allow it, bro, man. Like, you're not, do you get it? Like, then he started getting competitive. I was like, come on, bro. But I was like, you know what? Like, let me prove my point. Do you get it? And raw, bro was about it. He was about it. I'm not gonna lie. Right, let me do because of time. Let me do this one, and then I'll call it there. Yeah, fair enough, Nabil. I think that's the best case scenario. Because imagine you actually spent and then game's dead. That would have been a bit of an L if you ask me, boy. So yeah, shout out to you. Interestingly enough, this update also causes the JSMR to be off. Before it was, like, if you just watch my scenario videos, you'll see all the issues that were not issues then, and also GSMR thing. Although I don't think that's an issue necessarily. this was something that happened before. Jesus Christ, man. Bit of night driving to end it. Am I watching football? I don't watch football. I need to invest more in this racing thing. So do I, bro. So do I. I've been thinking about it again recently, man. Not like I ever stopped, but it's back like heavily on my mind. GSMR's coming to Poland in 20. Well, what have they been using? NRN. I remember folks from school who say they know. I don't really, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know the type of guys. VHF. I don't know what that one is. I know NRN. I learned it recently. Don't know VHF though. Very high frequency. What a name. Shout out to them, man, though, man. Very high frequency. Canary Wharf privileges. Them man in Canary Wharf went to a different type of school, bro. Not the type of school I went to. Dingle Road is a crazy name for a station, you know.
The next station stop is Dingle Road.
No matter how deep or bassy your voice is, you can't say that and it not be funny. Why was the braking like so bad, and then all of a sudden super heavy? What was that? Oh, the audio just keeps like the audio is completely tweaking out. This is I would define this as a broken build. I pray this is not how they release it, man, because oh, people are gonna be mad. There are no public schools in Canary Wharf. I actually would not be surprised if that was true. Really, ASR, have they fallen off? Things have changed since I last watched football, bro. Did they get overconfident? But I'm assuming they just put out like a B team or even a C team. What, the Royal Amarok won the bill? Yeah. I need to fly at Royal Amarok, man. It's been like, how old am I? Oh, it's been like 20 something years. But if oh wow, if they have won all the other games, I'm assuming what we're talking qualifiers. So it doesn't really matter that they tied their last one, no? It's not a big deal. Elaborate, Nabil. So what exactly does that mean, ASR? When you say perfect entry, does that actually have a consequence, or are you just talking from like a personal opinion, like you would have liked, it would have felt good to have a perfect entry? Okay, okay. I don't know, man. Like, let's say that happened while you guys played your best team, then that would be a concern. But if you've won all the games and then the manager said, you know what, like, you know, who doesn't get game time? You're playing today. Just giving the youngsters a chance. I think it's okay. Do you know what's even? Do you know what's actually nice? Not having to worry about qualifying. Not like it's gonna make the difference to me anyway. Actually, I don't know. Do I watch the World Cup? I don't know, man. I should, innit? Like realistically, I should, man. There's no way it's being hosted in Morocco and I'm not watching it. F it. Maybe I'll just go there and actually. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough to travel. Nabil has early access knowledge. Nabil has early access knowledge on the situation. I mean, Nabil, honestly, bro, I don't think they will. And I think it's going to be especially apparent after the World Cup is finished. They're going to do what needs to be done for show. Right? And that's it. And the tourism is going to get a boom. The tourism is going to boom. So they're going to get even more money than just from the funding alone. But it's not going to go anywhere, bro. It's same old story, man. Morocco is not a broke country, you know. Morocco is not a broke country, bro. The amount of money that goes into Morocco during like the summer period is insane. And yet somehow nothing changes. Like, there's definitely progress. You know. But it's the country as a whole doesn't equally go up. What do you mean somewhere else? Oh, ASR, you haven't got a clue, bro. You haven't got a clue. Stop tracking me. I didn't tell you to track me. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I don't even want to continue. If I'm going to be dead honest, I don't even want to continue playing. It sounds really bugging me. It's really, really bugging me. I mean, we've got one stop left. I'll survive. I'm going to feed that back ASAP right after the stream. I don't have his numbers, no ASR. He's just a very, 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 very wealthy man. Don't do social security here, unfortunately, mate. So no can do. Womp womp. Who's wealthy? Me. I'm wealthy. Yeah, bro. We say you didn't know. You didn't know, bro. Come on, man. At levels, man. I still need to come drop you that fiver, innit? I got you, don't worry. I told you, just pull up to my station, bro. Pull up to my station when I'm there, and I got you. No comment, ASR. You came out raw. The irony is, yeah, or the funny thing is, I've actually been taking like a bit of annual leave recently. Hello, Dark Master, how you doing? Wait, Dirty Matt, no. No. But I've been like making use of it though. It hasn't just been like for the sake of it. I've actually like needed it. I need more, bro. I need a year of annual leave, bro. Then I'll be content. Oh, nice one, Dark Master. Welcome. Welcome, my man. Not necessarily, bro. Just been busy, man. Just been busy. I guess one of the reasons I took it recently was to go on a marriage retreat. I guess that was nice. What was the last one for? I don't remember what the last one was for, I'll be honest. Imagine having no paid time off. Been there, bro. Wildhofen is freeware, Dark Master. Nabil will tell you exactly what version. If you just ask it in the Omnigo Discord, I think Nabil will give you a list. How so, Nabil? Oh, what are you the plug now? Or are you just finding everything you need? Right, so let me write a quick list then before I forget. So audio issues. Audio cutting out. Mismatched. Gods. Buzzer. Volume. Stuck. God's buzzer. What were the other issues? Audio cutting out, mismatch, buzzer volume, the buzzer getting stuck. Who else? Okay, Doc. Cool. USA doesn't have a government mandated paid holiday second if you get a job, and if you don't show up one day after Easter, you get paid salary since 4 days. Oh, that's kind of crazy. The truth be told, though, I don't know how it works here. I don't know whether it's the same here, whether it's by law that we have them, or if it's just like by morals that we get given paid holidays. Can you lot help me? What were the other issues that we've seen? Because I'm gonna forward these to DTG. Okay, nice one, Doc. Nice one. You're very welcome, my man. Join the Discord as well if you haven't joined it already. Omnigo has a dedicated Discord. Right, I'll pass you on to Steve. And continue the early access action over there. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to share some news with you guys on the Discord very shortly. And yeah, I don't know when I'm next going to be live. So whenever that day comes, whenever that time comes, I'll see you guys then. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Until next time, peace out.